and you open up your Yahoo, you're going to see WNBA playoff viewership down now that Caitlyn is out. And is that somewhat factually accurate? Yes.
Whoa, look at that. The legendary Sue Bird isn't happy that the WNBA has a new queen, and her name is Caitlin Clark.
You say, what? Why? Why, y'all? Really? This is where we have to go? Can we put her quotes up on the screen, please? Because I want everybody to know what she said. What she said about your boy, okay?
In a shocking turn of events, Sue finds herself green with envy and lashing out at two ESPN personalities for simply stating the obvious, that the WNBA viewership has taken a nosedive since Caitlin Clark's playoff exit.
Stephen A. and with Shannon, there's an aspect of them like defending their stances on her. Like, we were right about Caitlyn and this is our defense. And I still think there's something twisted there because nobody ever said that Caitlyn wasn't going to be a marketing gem, a unicorn.
It's a hard pill to swallow, isn't it, Sue? The game you dominated for years is now being revolutionized by a 22-year-old phenomenon who's not just playing basketball, but also rewriting the entire playbook.
I'm disgusted with Sue Bird, okay? Sue Bird. Hall of Fame caliber, Sue Bird, WNBA.
At this point, Sue Bird might just be tarnishing her legacy faster than a rookie's sneakers on opening night.
This is what Sue Bird and these other crazy-ass liberal lesbians don't want you to know. There's actually expectations. There's actually a high bar set by guess who? Wait for it, Caitlin Clark.
Let's break it down, shall we? Because the numbers don't just speak. They scream Clark's supremacy from the rafters of every arena she's graced.
They are hell-bent on destroying a league that is more relevant today than ever because of one player, and that is Caitlin Clark.
When Caitlin Clark steps onto the court, it's not just a game, it's an event. The Indiana Fever's last playoff game drew a staggering 2.54 million viewers. Let that sink in, Sue Bird. That's not just the most watched WNBA game this year, it's the most watched WNBA game ever on cable. But wait, there's more. During the regular season, 22 games crossed the coveted 1 million viewer threshold. And guess what? Clark was part of 21 of them. That's not a coincidence, that's the Caitlin Clark effect.
She comes in, takes over the Indiana Fever, craziness, sellout crowds, 769 points, triple doubles in the season. That's important because that had never happened. And she did it twice. Attendance is up like 500% compared to what some of these other games would have pulled.
These statistics are crazy, right? Oh, if only Sue could remember when breaking 1 million viewers was considered a big deal. Clark's made it look as easy as one of her logo three-pointers. Her playoff games? Game 1 drew 1.84 million viewers. Game 2? A whopping 2.54 million. These aren't just numbers. They're a seismic shift in the WNBA landscape.
We were saying, do y'all see these numbers? Thanks to Caitlin Clark, Indiana led the league in attendance both at home and on the road.
Now we know Sue has had an illustrious career. Her achievements are undeniable. But Clark? She's playing a different game altogether. In her rookie season alone, she's shattered the WNBA's single-season assist record with 337 dimes. She's second only to Sabrina Ionescu in three-pointers made in a season with 122. At 22, Clark's already broken more records than a DJ at a high school prom. Most assists by a rookie, most three-pointers by a rookie, first rookie to get 2 triple-doubles. The list goes on and on. This isn't just a good rookie season, Sue. It's a historic one. Let's talk more about attendance because this is where Clark's impact becomes undeniable.
Indiana Fever, nobody cared about her. Averaged 17,035 at home this season with Caitlin Clark and over 15,000 in arenas on the road.
That's spot on by Steven. The Fever drew an average of 17,036 fans during the regular season. That's not just good, it's historic. It's the highest in WNBA history. Remember when the Fever ranked 11th out of 12 teams in attendance? Well, Clark turned that ship around faster than one of her no-look passes.
4 teams, moved home games to bigger arenas when Indiana came to town to accommodate more fans.
In one season, they went from the bottom of the barrel to leading the league, easily outpacing even the star-studded New York Liberty. The Indiana Fever has 4 times as many people coming now compared to last year. 4 times. Just take a look at some of these headlines. Can anyone still say Caitlyn isn't making a huge difference? Now, let's talk about money. Because in sports, just like in everything else, money matters. When more people watch games on TV and come to see games in person, it means more money for the league. More money means better pay for players, better facilities, and a chance to grow the sport even more. Before Caitlyn came along, some people said that women's basketball would never be as popular or make as much money as men's basketball. Well, Caitlyn is proving them wrong. She's showing that if you give people exciting basketball to watch, they'll watch it, no matter if it's men or women playing. Even when people aren't watching the games in person, they're watching on TV. The 2 playoff games that Caitlyn played in had an average of 2.17 million people watching. That's almost 3 times as many people as watched the final games last year. Can you imagine if your favorite TV show suddenly had 3 times as many people watching it? That's what Caitlyn is doing for basketball. It's not just the games either. When Caitlyn was picked to join the WNBA, 2.45 million people watched it happen on TV, 4 times more than last year. The All-Star Game, which is like a big party for the best players, had 4 times more people watching too. It's like everything Caitlyn touches turns to gold. And don't even get me started on social media. In just 4 months, videos of Caitlyn and her team were watched more than 800 million times. That's twice as many as all the other WNBA teams put together got in a whole year last season. It's clear that people can't get enough of Caitlyn Clark. To put that in perspective, think about your favorite YouTube video. Now imagine that video being watched 800 million times. That's how popular Caitlyn is on social media. She's not just a basketball player, she's an internet sensation. People love Caitlyn so much that her jersey is the best-selling one in the whole league. That means more people want to wear her number than any other players. When you go to a game, you see a sea of people wearing Caitlyn's jersey. It's like she has her own fan club, and everyone wants to be a part of it. When it was time to vote for who should play in the All-Star Game, more people voted for Caitlyn than for anyone else. Even more than for the player who was named the most valuable player of the whole league. That shows you how much fans love Caitlyn. They don't just think she's good, they think she's the best. Unfortunately, people like Sue Bird can't see past their noses. They still don't believe how big of a deal Caitlyn is.
Y'all petty, girls. I expect men to be petty because we're the most insecure group in the world.
Oh, you are.
Y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all ass private charters, all the money and visibility she bringing to the WNBA.
He is absolutely right. Before Caitlyn joined the league, if you looked at what people were searching for on Google, the state of Nevada was the place where people looked up the WNBA the most. But now, it's Iowa, Caitlyn's home state. It's like she's put women's basketball on the map in a whole new way. Think about that for a second. Caitlyn has made people in Iowa care more about professional women's basketball than people in Nevada, where one of the best teams in the league plays. That's not just impressive, it's almost unbelievable. Now, Sue Bird, we get it. It's hard to watch a rookie come in and redefine the game you've dedicated your life to. But the fact is, Sue, when Clark plays, people watch. When she's not on the court, they tune out. That's not a criticism of the rest of the league. It's a testament to Clark's extraordinary appeal. She's brought new fans to the sport, elevated its profile, and set new benchmarks for what's possible in women's basketball. Instead of feeling threatened or lashing out at commentators for stating the obvious, perhaps it's time to embrace this new era. And here's the thing. Caitlyn isn't just great for herself. She's great for all the other players too. When more people watch women's basketball because of Caitlyn, they see how amazing all the other players are too. It's like Caitlyn is shining a big spotlight on the whole league, and everyone gets to shine in it. To anyone who still doubts how great Caitlyn Clark is, I have a challenge for you. Watch her play. Not just for a few minutes, but for a whole game. Watch how she moves on the court. See how she makes passes that seem impossible. Watch her sink three-pointers from so far away that you can hardly believe it. But don't just watch Caitlyn. Watch the crowds too. See how excited they get every time she touches the ball. Listen to the roar when she scores. Feel the energy in the arena. That's not just basketball. That's something special. And if someone like Sue Bird doesn't think Caitlyn deserves all the flowers she's getting, well, I don't know what to say. Maybe they're watching a different sport. Because in the world of women's basketball, Caitlyn Clark is changing everything. The reality is, the WNBA needs more Caitlyn Clarks. It needs players who can capture the public's imagination, who can draw casual fans into becoming diehard supporters. Clark has shown what's possible when a player combines exceptional skill with mass appeal. Think about all the little girls out there who are watching Caitlyn play. They're seeing a woman be a sports superstar. They're seeing arenas full of people cheering for a woman athlete. athlete. They're seeing that it's possible to make a career out of playing basketball even if you're a girl. That's huge. And it's not just girls who are inspired by Caitlin. Boys are watching her too. They're seeing that great basketball is great basketball, no matter who's playing it. They're learning to respect and admire women athletes just as much as men. That's the kind of change that can affect a whole generation. So instead of feeling envious, Sue Bird should feel proud. Proud that the league she helped build is now capable of producing and supporting a star of Clark's magnitude. Proud that women's basketball has reached a point where it can command national attention and break viewership records. Now, Sue Bird isn't the only former basketballer who is either envious of Caitlin Clark's success. Check out the video below to see what NBA legends have to say about the unicorn. Also, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more interesting news from the world of women's basketball. Thanks for watching.